Well, how do there, chums? Chums, if you was watching last episode, I actually flew all the way around this planet, like north to south, and flew back to this lovely little trading post. Now, I've jumped onto Reddit, and I've started to look to see if I'm on the right planet. And I don't think I am. So I found a Reddit post that I want to share with you guys, because I think it might help you in finding the best relic planet for finding these relic golems. One moment. Righto, chum, so here we go. Colossal Relic Guardians 101. What are they? Basically, they're just decor, really. And they do have this little sort of like glyph thing that rotates in between their legs, which helps you find them. But they're saying here that the best place to find these is on planets called the Reliquary. Reliquary, or relic in the title. There's other people inside of this this thread that said that they've been to planets that have got abandoned, and they've flown all the way around the planet just like I did, and they have not found a single one. So I think that's a sign that perhaps I'm in the wrong place, people inside the viewerverse. That's what I'm gathering from that, because if you look at my planetary type, if I go over to hit discoveries and I hover over this, it says abandoned paradise. I need to find one that says reliquary or relic paradise. That's what I need. So I guess the search continues. I may as well go back to my freighter and start all over again. So there we go, people. My last video is what not to do. And this video hopefully is going to be best tips for finding the best sort of relic planet, and maybe even finding our very first relic golem. Not that they do anything yet. But something else to mention is, here we go, we've got the biome, the reliquary. And if I scroll down on here, it tells you all the different types of biome. So any that have got abandoned in apparently don't have these big stone golems, but anything that has like ruined or relic should do. But we're after the reliquary one if we can possibly find it. The reliquary is supposedly the best. Apparently one guy has found like 3 in close proximity to one another on that sort of planetary type. So let's see what I can find over here. Anyway, let's jump back over into game and see what I've scanned inside of this system. Torrid, frost, arctic, isotopic, webbed, humid, and redacted. Alright, so I'm just jumping around trying to find one. It's going to take me ages. Okay, chums, now we've found one. Now this is a Solarian planet. It's a scorched relic, but it's got relic in the title, so it should be good. Now it hasn't got no magnetized, hasn't got no activated, so it's not got hardly any storms. This should be a good planet, providing it's got flat terrain. Now what I have noticed, it has got water on here, so I won't be able to just use my bird pet to fly across it, because it drowns in water. Anyway, I'll see you down at that planet, and we can mark that planet to make it easier to get to. Sweet. And let's head on over there. Let's see what there is. So I was watching Pharaoh of Euclid earlier. Now the way that he found them when he was on planet side is, it says it was best to wait until night time, although you can spot them in the daytime. And he was in this ship view, and he was flying. You see, like, you can see these blue things that are just sort of rendered in, these little blue crystals. As long as you can see those rendered in, you should be able to spot them from up here. Now they've got like a sort of hue, like a fog around them. I can see there, look, there's a relic campsite down there, I think. Maybe is that a relic campsite? Could be, but it's like a fog. Almost like, you see over there, there's like a little fog. Let's fly towards that. No, see, that's got two or three of them near to each other, and that's sort of giving that sort of fog. But it looks a little bit like that. But he says, you know, you're quite okay to fly up fairly high, as long as you can see these blue things spawning in, because the actual relic, like golem, it's not actually called a relic golem, it's called a giant colossal effigy. And that's why I couldn't find anything or any guides online. But as soon as I typed in colossal effigy, then a whole Reddit post came up, and that was one that I showed you earlier. Of course I didn't have that at the start of the previous stream, because I thought they were called stone golems. They're not. I think people called them golems due to Light No Fire, the actual trailer, with the big golems in there that sort of awaken. So I'm just going to fly over this landscape. You know what, let's lock into north, and let's just fly north across this landscape and see if I can find one. Now that I know what I'm looking for, and I know the sort of height that I can get away with at flying, I mean, Pharaoh of Euclid says it's a lot easier to find these things at night, and it does help if you're on a planet that doesn't have water, because, you know, you're going to have swathes of ocean to fly over as well. But the way that Pharaoh was doing it was, rather than just locking onto a compass point like I've been doing, is he's just flying over the land and just looking for these sort of like little blue lights. And as you get closer, if you see that it's got like a big fog around it, like a light blue fog, then there's a good chance you found yourself a golem. So one of the chaps on Reddit says that he found one, and he found another one just 300 years away on the same planet, and then he found another fairly close proximity to there. So he found 3 on one planet, but that planet type was the Requi. There's other people that have confirmed that they found them on planets with relic, but then there's other people just like me. I was on the abandoned relic planet that said that they flew around the whole planet, they've been searching for hours, they found nothing. So I'm assuming that they're not on those planets, going by what other people have said. Okay, right, so we're seeing these little blue hues everywhere now, which are helping quite a fair bit. What doesn't help is we've got these fissures or something, these damaged machineries that give off a little like blue fog at distance. The nice thing is this planet is red, so seeing the blue hues is really freaking easy. Even in this storm I'm still seeing the blue hues. So I'm just going to fly towards blue hues, I think, people, and if I come across a relic golem, or whatever you want to call them, stone giant effigies, colossal effigies, which is a correct term by game terms, then I'll be sure to let you know. Yeah, it's a slightly lighter blue hue, and it's like 3 of those in a row. That's what it looks like anyway from the air. It kind of looks like 3 of these combined. You've got one in its lap, but it doesn't rotate. It doesn't rotate. So if you see one that's not moving, that's a good sign as well. That one's moving, isn't it? I think. Yeah, that one's rotating. But it doesn't help these storms. It really doesn't. It'd be nice if we could put down a terraformer and dial down these storms, because right now it's almost impossible to see anything. I don't even know if I'm above land or water at the moment. I'm above water. Alright. Fly back in land. Okay. The only trouble is I'm probably going to end up going over land that I've already gone over, not locking onto a compass direction. I think I prefer my idea of locking onto a compass direction. The only trouble is there's swathes of frickin' ocean in this one. See what I mean? But what I might do is I might go to a trading post, because that's going to be further inland, and then start my search on this planet. Let's do that. Okay, I'll see you in a mo. Right, so it's actually night time now, so hopefully it's going to be even easier to spot these things. Oh, for fudge's sake, just let me in my ship. Alright, and take off. Right, and then if I go, let's go east, since I can already see some blue markers over here. But because of the storm, you can't really see what's placed down by them, can you? That one's rotating. That one's rotating. Good, the storm's clearing. Good, at last. Right, I'm going to go east. Let's have a look, see if we can find anything around here. Come on. That one's rotating. Okay, well, at least on this planet I've seen the Colossal archives, I've seen monoliths, I've seen hollow terminuses, I've seen pretty much every single building type known in the game. The only thing I haven't come across yet is one of these golem things. Oh, chums, I thought I didn't have a flying creature that flew slowly. I do have a creature that flies slowly. I have this giant wormy-man worm. So I'm just using that to now fly over the planet because it keeps quite low and slow. Hopefully I'm not going to miss anything. So there's some blue glowy bits down there, but obviously that's not the golem we're after. Heck no, it's not. But yeah, this seems to be the way to do it. Nice and slowly, and it gives chance for everything to render in. It's quicker than walking. It's got the perfect height. So this is just one of the worms that I got from doing the expeditions. So you might even have this same worm available to you inside of your Quicksilver store. Chums, look what I can see on the hill. So look, it's a different sort of colour. It's got like a haze, like a fog around it. You see him? Heck yes, awesome. So this was definitely the best way to get him, was on this giant worm. Let's jump on down. Let's have a look at this guy. Oh, he looks awesome. Heck yes. Right, well, I'm going to be putting a base near this guy so I don't lose where he is. Brilliant, eh? Boom. And I can always dismantle my hunting one since I've now found him. Awesome. So there you go, people. You need to have relic in the title of the planet. It helps if the planet hasn't got storms. Hopefully you've picked up a load of helpful tips on how to find it in this video, and a load of tips that help you negate what planets to go to in my previous video. Yeah. Okay, so there we go. Holy fudginori, we've got him. I'm going to go stand on him and give myself a lovely thumbnail, I think, right now, people. So here we go. Let's go into camera mode. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Look at the size of him compared to me. Freaking mental. Cool. There we go. That's my thumbnail done. Oh, that is so awesome. Right, well, I'm just going to go save a base, and then I'll give you the coordinates for this. Okay, chums, well, I built myself a nice little base here. It's like a little castle. I thought that was connected a little bit better, though, have to be said. But, you know, it looks okay from a distance. Just don't inspect it too close up. In fact, I might fix that, because that is proper janky, isn't it? Okay, here we go. So I wanted this to be centralised on there. So maybe I have to go a little bit smaller with it. Yeah, I go a little bit smaller, and about there, that'll do. Yeah, that's about as good as it's going to look, isn't it, really? But there we go. That looks pretty okay-ish. It'd be nice if it was more central than that. Let's use move R2, and let's just move it slightly on top of that round circle one there. Come on. It's kind of like you're using telekinesis for this thing, you know? It never quite goes where you expect it to go, does it? There we are. That'll do. Right. Now let's just pop it back into normal mode, because I was in creative to build the base. Boom. Normal mode. Apply. Let's go find my base computer. Hopefully that's big enough to upload now. I've just got a teleporter here that I've sort of hid amongst all the rockerage. Okay, here we go. And let's upload that. Upload base. Brilliante. Sweet. And there we are. Done. So there we go. We've managed to get ourselves a big stone golem. So hopefully from you guys watching my previous episode and this episode, hopefully that gives you everything you need. Oh, I did say I'd give the coordinates out for this, didn't I? So let's get the coordinates. So here we go. This is the planet. Now, there could be other stone golems on this planet. By all means, if you want to come here, hunt for one yourself and put a base by there or something like that. It'd be really cool to have all of these stone golems mapped out and find out just how many there are per planet and per system. That'd be freaking awesome. But anyways, I think I'll be ending off now, people inside the viewerverse. So there we go. Look at that. Isn't that freaking ace? I mean, they don't do anything yet. They don't come to life or anything yet. However, portals were in the game for some time before they became active and did something. So let's just hope having a base by one of these is beneficial in the very near future. Fingers crossed. Until next time, goodbye, and goodbye again.